What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and do our segment Overrated or Awesome for Negan. So what do you think, guys? Post your comments below. I definitely want to know your thoughts of Negan, overrated or awesome. I don't think he's going to be underrated, but I'm going to go with overrated or awesome. I know my thoughts on it. Let's talk about the show Negan. Let's not talk about comic Negan because he's far superior in the comic than on the show. But Negan came along in the end of season 6 and changed the facet of the show beyond belief, and we can't believe. So Negan, he is over the top. He's watered down on the show because they can't curse. He can't be the true Negan that he is from the comics, so it's going to hinder his performance. Jeffrey Dean Morgan does a great job, even though he's way too skinny to play Negan. Negan is a big, burly, heavy set kind of fat guy and a biker kind of guy. And Negan is not on the show. He's very skinny, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan is super skinny. He's a great character, great guy. Got to meet him. He's awesome. Definitely recommend it if you have not at a Walker Stalker or a MegaCon or a Fan Fest or whatever conventions there. Negan, Lucille, what do you think of him? He's over the top. He's charismatic. He's scary. You got to fear him. You don't know what he's going to do. He might kill you for looking the wrong way or doing the wrong thing, but he does have order and rules and morals, and you have to respect that. He is a man of his word. No exceptions. And then you have to agree with him ruling people, and he's ruling scumbags and not good people as the savior, so he has to rule with an iron fist or a wooden bat, which is kind of crazy that he has a wooden bat and people have guns and people still fear him, which is kind of weird, right? In this world, someone would be like, I don't want to listen to you anymore, and boom, see you later. This was a little over the top. The cliffhanger was pretty bad for the show. I mean, it ruined a lot of people's mindset of the show. You had to wait forever to come back to find out that he killed these two people, two beloved characters. So he's going to get a lot of hate. He's going to get a lot of dislike from a lot of people, but a lot of people love him too. So he's probably the second most debated character of the series. I would say Shane is number 1 and Negan is number 2. So that's definitely in his favor, I guess. I don't know. You love him or you hate him, you whatever. But to me, I would go with he is overrated on the show so far. I mean, I wouldn't say he's awesome. He does a lot of things, but he's just not there yet. I mean, I would assume they're going to give him a backstory in season 8 of All Out War. We're going to see more about him on there too. But to me, I'm not saying he's awesome. I'm not saying he's overrated. He's kind of like stuck in between for me. But I'm going to lean a little more to overrated. He's kind of hurting the show. I mean, the story is hurting the show more than anything. Because we're used to seeing Rick, be the man, the guy, the man in charge. The governor comes around, he takes him out. Walkers come around, he takes him out. And then the whole dynamic with Negan and Carl is weird, but it's kind of different on the show, So Negan's the somewhat villain. It was awesome with Spencer. Got to give him props for that. That was awesome. Negan does awesome things, but he's just not an awesome character 100%. He does some weird things, his little leaning motions, his over-the-top drama, his weird compensation with Lucille and the wives and stuff. It's just weird. The doctor thing and believing Dwight over this and killing a doctor. I mean, what are you doing? Like, it's just too much overkill, killing a doctor at any point. I mean, they're pretty valuable. Then the whole thing with Sasha, how did you view that? Did you see Negan as being compassionate and understanding with Sasha? But the big thing that was cool was he killed Davey, Rapey Davey. That needed to go. That happened, and that you could not help but like Negan in that aspect too. Again, he does awesome things, but is he an awesome character just yet? I don't think so. In my eyes, no. I think time will tell if we get to there for various story plots and points in later seasons. If they continue with the comic, then definitely. But it's just the character is just so watered down from the show, from the comic. He's just far better in the comic. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan, does a great job. I love the faces. I love the expressions somewhat. The body language is overkill. It's too much. He has some good one-liners, but then they're kind of like too vulgar, too much, but then he's not like that all the time. I don't know. And the whole thing with Eugene is just weird, but that's just the storyline, not the Negan character. But he's always too confident, too invincible. I just hate that about the villains on the show. With the governor did it, Negan did. He's being surrounded by bullets in this, and Shiva didn't come attack him and save Carl, but it was just crazy with how that went down. And Negan was just too confident, too over the top, which is, he's in the power position. Why not, But he lets things go and lets it manage and whatever. But Negan is just, I don't know. It's just something about him that I can't be like, oh, I never thought the governor was awesome either, but he was the villain and you could see the villain side. And the Negan is like contradiction. He's like a good guy who does good things and a bad guy who does really bad things. Killing Spencer was awesome and trying to save Sasha and trying to do this. And it's just kind of such a contradiction of the character, which is like a cluster F. You're like, what? And just not sure how to feel about Negan at a lot of the times. And I mean, there's no way you can like Negan after killing Abraham and Glenn, but you kind of have to understand it somewhat because he was put in a rock and a hard place and had to do this, and just how he was over the top in his little dialogue. It just didn't portray very well in episode 701 of how he was too over the top, like with song and dance almost number. But then in the season 7 finale, he was pretty dramatic with Rick and Negan. And I like the Negan thing with Jadis, how he basically told her what's up, and he showed power position on that too, because I just don't like Jadis and they're freaking weird. But, Negan does funny stuff, with the middle finger out there, and he's just playing it out. And it's almost like Negan's in control and it's his world and he can do whatever he wants, and then crap hits the fan and he's like, oh crap, I got to get away. But, Negan is Negan being Negan. And I think if he does some things down the road in the backstory and stuff, we'll get to see more of it, and he could become an awesome character. He's definitely the possibility to be an awesome character. He's not going to be the normal villain of TV and in The Walking Dead. He's in the power position, and I can't wait for season 8 and season 9 and more of that. If and when they keep him alive. I mean, I would assume that they're going to stick to the comics, but, who knows what happens. So what do you think? Overrated or awesome? If I got to pick one of the two, I'm going overrated with the potential to be awesome. Let me know what you think, guys. And check out our Patreon page. We got a link in the description there too. Anything works, anything helps. With the ad revenue stuff with YouTube, it's just killing us right now. We're trying to keep up with these videos. This will help out. Check out my book on Amazon, Fight for Us, The Beginning. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, online, various places. Working on the sequel to it right now as we speak. Fight for Us Reunited. Going to be awesome. Really excited about that. Hit me up on Instagram at the PT channel. Getting more followers every day. You guys are awesome. Just grow the channel, post pictures and stuff all the time. And lastly, guys, check out the Walking Dead community page on Facebook. All are welcome. If you like this channel, you like the group. If you do like this channel, guys, hit that subscribe button. Can't do it without you. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.